guys? It's T here from T&Ni Daily.
Envy.
And we are reacting today. I know, that's like, it's insane. We've never done this on our channel before, but I had so many people give me the idea to react to horror stories. And I was like, that's right up our alley. B and I love reading those horror books or that like new show, 2-sentence horror stories on Netflix. So good. So we figured, let's look up some YouTube videos of scary stories and see if they get us scared, and let's react to them. So we're so excited to do this. Something different. Are you prepared, B?
Yes.
Do you think you're gonna get scared?
Yes.
You think you're gonna get scared?
Maybe, I don't know. we always read scary books.
We do always scary books. All right, let's do the first one. All right, so basically, guys, we just typed in short horror animated stories on YouTube. And we're picking this random one. Here we go. I met the guy who ate human flesh.
That's creepy. Oh.
This happened when I was in college. I was 20 at the time, studying for an upcoming exam in biology. That is, until my roommate busted in my room.
Rude.
She wasn't yelling, but I could see she was drunk by her excitement. But it was okay. I kind of gotten used to her behavior. She was a party girl while I was, well, a nerd. I tried to get back on my reading.
Oh, it's okay though. Come on, honey, don't call yourself a nerd.
Patted me on the back and drunkenly giggled before speaking. Come on, Jasmine. Every time I see you, you're always reading a book.
So, that's good. She's supposed to be
sighed
studying
Yeah.
and focusing in college.
Every time I see you, you smell of alcohol
She
and
can
vomit.
be successful.
She frowned at me. How about this? I'll be quiet all week if you come to this party tomorrow at 8. I wanted to say no.
Oh my God. I'm gonna pause it really quick. Guys, please don't succumb to peer pressure. Like, if you want to go to the party, if she wanted to go, sure. But she's like,
Just say no.
That's right, baby. Just say no.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
just say
saying.
no.
Just say no. But good girl. Okay,
But
all right.
then I thought about it. I mean, I do always work really hard. Besides, she won't barge in like this for the whole week.
Well, okay. I
Sounds
forgot
too
they made a
good,
deal.
I thought to myself. So I nodded and continued to read. We got ready. I hadn't dressed up in ages, so I was kind of excited. The party was loud, filled with drunk people making out, bumping, and dancing. The party was hosted in a
creepy.
basement-like
I ain't
setting.
going in a basement.
Only it was much bigger and
Hell
had a lot
no.
of space. I'm not going to lie. I did have a few drinks. I wasn't drunk, but I was definitely tipsy.
Girl, you drunk?
So, as my view became tilted, this guy comes out of nowhere and has small talk with me. He was fairly
I
attractive.
love how red they made his hair.
didn't-
Like,
Oh my God.
really? Is it that red in real life? I don't know if that's red in real life.
I'm drunk. We met and exchanged names. From what I remember, he had red dyed hair and
He had
blue
red dyed
eyes.
hair there.
He was
At least
white
put some
and
red
about
context.
6
That's just
feet.
not. That just.
His
doesn't
name
go
was
together.
Luke. We laughed and talked about topics like studying and books and that kind of thing.
Wow.
The talking went on for about a half an hour. He then said, "Hey, I'm going to get another drink. Want anything?" And I said, "Why not? I mean,
No,
I'm having fun."
get your own drink.
So
might be
later
drunk.
on, he came.
Sorry, we have to pause it again.
Yes.
Guys, please always make sure you have your own drink.
Yes.
You get your own drink. You never leave your drink alone.
And you always take it with you. Never leave it with strangers.
That's right. See? She's such a good girl. 10 years old. I'm doing something right.
She is. She really is.
Oh, I love you, Monk.
back with drinks.
All right.
And the next thing I remember, we were making out in the corner of the party room.
Oh my God. Well, there's your
It was
first
so
mistake.
quick.
Wow.
And then he asked me, "Want to go back to my place?"
Now you're bad.
No.
I politely declined.
Oh,
I
good
already
girl.
know what he wants. Besides, I needed to be on campus in the morning.
He-
Come on, I promise it will be fun. I remember that he
gave
kept
her
on trying to
them
get me
eyes.
to
She's
go,
like,
but he gave up after I made it clear I wasn't interested in going to his place.
Good girl.
He rolled his eyes angrily and gave me a paper with a number on it. "Fine. If you change your mind, give me a call." He leaned close to me and whispered against my ear. Then he walked out, and the rest of the night was a complete blank. The next day, I woke up inside my college bedroom, on my bed, next to my roommate snoring on her bed as well.
Her
As I got up
face.
to shower, a paper fell out of my pocket. It was the number, which made me remember that guy. But I had more important things now. I showered then and went to study. I remember reading my book when all of a sudden I felt dizzy. Then I woke up in the bed with police officers and nurses talking next to me. Turns out I had this dangerous allergic reaction that could only be caused from saliva or any bodily fluids that had come from decaying or rotting flesh. Which to my surprise was weird. I hadn't been kissing anyone, let alone ate anything raw.
I think.
Yeah, you did, girl. You kissed that girl, that boy last night.
I gave them the number he gave me.
Or maybe it was the
A
drink.
few weeks passed
maybe
and
he,
my
like,
allergies went
made
down,
it a
so I
milkshake.
could live my life.
Ew, Amelia!
Maybe
Test
melted
when my
milkshake.
phone
I
rang.
don't know, maybe.
I answered it, and it was the police. Turns out the guy from the party had 2 dead, decaying women's bodies inside his apartment that he ate. They must have been there for months. My heart dropped. The thought that I made out was someone who ate human flesh. Or even worse, was what if I had agreed to come to his place? I may have been one of those bodies.
But, oh my god, that's so disgusting! That is disgusting.
Yep.
I mean, here's the thing. This is another one of the many reasons why I don't be putting my lips all over town. Because it could be a human cannibal up in there. No, seriously though, that's nasty. She has to live with that. Like, she has to, oh my god, I'd be like bleaching my lips. Gargling.
You would have splattered lips. No one would want to. No one
That
would
poor
want to.
girl. I feel
my gosh.
so bad for her.
You know what you do? You soap that. You put a bar of soap in there. You wash it, then you spit. Put water in there. Spit.
Do it again.
And do it again.
Oh gosh.
Yep.
So that one wasn't scary. That one was just nasty. The next one's called My Invisible Playmate.
Ooh,
This one sounds promising.
Yeah.
I actually
When I
think
was
this one
8
might be
years
scary.
old, I didn't have any friends.
Ooh,
My mom wouldn't allow me to play outside with the other kids in our neighborhood. I was always alone. The only playmates I had were my cousins and my brother,
Sorry?
but it took 3 hours and 25 minutes to get to their houses. One day, my mom let me play outside with the kids in our neighborhood for the first time because she was going somewhere, maybe to work or...
Are you
Wait.
What?
She wouldn't allow you to play when she was home.
But you're letting her play when she's going away.
Okay. I mean, you know what? Every parent does things differently. But I'm just saying.
Maybe she just doesn't want to see her get traumatized. No.
That doesn't make no sense to me. You're not home. Like, okay.
I got my dolls and other toys and was excited to play with the kids outside. When I got there, no one wanted to play with me. The attempt was useless, but then someone approached me. He had puppy eyes and was cute. We quickly became playmates. Even though he was a boy, he would join me for tea.
He's really pale.
I was gonna say, is anyone gonna talk about, like, he's not white, he's gray.
He's gray. He also has weird bad eyes.
That scares me, honey.
He also has, like,
there's
really
pale and then
black
there's
eyes.
gray.
Yeah.
Boo boo, I think he's dead.
And he also has dead eyes. And he also has a ripped up shirt.
Oh honey. You know what? She made a friend though, Bailey.
She
She made a friend.
with my dolls. He also invited me to play with him at his house. But I was confused because his house looked old.
And gray.
His house looks like him.
Like it hadn't been cleaned up for almost 12
His house looks like him.
We decided to go
Gray
play
and
in his garden.
tattled,
When we got
tattered.
there, I puked. I didn't know why at the time, but for some reason, I was disgusted. He didn't offer me water or anything.
She just went to somebody's house and started puking. Honey, this poor girl.
wow.
She already doesn't have friends, and this is her first experience. She's gonna be traumatized for the rest of her life.
She's gonna be like,
I don't want friends, not if they're gray. And I puke every time I go to their house.
He just looked at me, grinning, and said, "Next time, you're going to sleep here too."
What the?
2 weeks after that upsetting experience, I went looking for him. A paper airplane flew to me out of nowhere. I picked it up, and when I opened it, I was shocked, scared,
He was missing
and sad.
or passed away.
It was a newspaper clipping. The boy that I played with went missing 9 years ago. I ran to my
9 years
bedroom
ago,
and I
bruh.
saw a shadow through my window. I looked at it closely.
Yeah, we knew it. He
It
was
was
there.
the boy. He was smiling.
The face.
Today,
Oh my
I'm
god.
19 years old.
He was like this. He was like this.
And I still remember that part of my childhood so clearly.
He was kind of being creepy. If you're gonna be a ghost friend,
He was like.
at least don't be
Next time
creepy
you're
about
gonna
it. Sleep here. You know?
The next one is man who escaped from prison broke into my house.
They just basically told us the whole story. That was not a title. That just okay. This is more scary
One
to me
day
than
when I
anything
was
because
about
this is
6
realistic.
or 7 years old, my mom had gone to my older sister's recital in Georgia, and my dad was at work. He was a pilot for some airline. So she left
For
me
some
and my
airline.
older brother, who was only 12 at the time, at the sitter's house, which was a few blocks away from my house.
Okay,
My sitter,
okay.
who I'm gonna call Bev, was 19, and she was pretty much the best kind of sitter to a 6 to 7-year-old boy
Oh, yeah,
could
because you
ask
have a
for.
crush on her.
She'd let us play games and stay up watching
Pretty.
TV, as long as we didn't
Oh.
bother her while she was on the phone with her boyfriend. We were
See,
watching
girl.
TV, and we could hear something scratching the paneling on the side of the house. Naturally, we
Oh,
blew
that's
it off
creepy.
as a stray animal, so we continued watching TV. About 30 minutes to an hour later, Bev ran into the living room and locked the front door and shut the blinds.
You know what? That's when you hide. Your dad should be there. Get this big rifle and like, who's there?
That's when Dad gets his rifle. Who the hell is in my house? Don't make me pull this out. I'll pop a cap.
So she took us upstairs and we went to her parents' room with the Nintendo and some snacks. She said stay put and not to touch anything we didn't bring into the room. Not a minute later after she walked out of the room, we heard a loud crash and glass shattering in the room below us. The sicko had thrown a brick from the walkway through the guest bedroom window and managed to get in. I remember Bev running into the room and pulling us into the closet and telling us we were going to play a game of hide and seek and to be very quiet.
Well, their head's blue. They're like,
She got out of the closet
She locked
and
him in the
locked it
closet?
in the outside latch and disappeared. Several minutes passed and we could hear a grown man screaming, come out wherever you are.
Oh, that's
I only
creepy.
want to-"
Ah!
Then I heard what sounded like water running in the bathroom across from the closet.
oh, he really gotta take
Then it shut off.
better care of his face.
And I heard Bev yelling something at the man.
That's actually
It was
really
something
creepy.
like, the police are on their way. You better get out of my fucking house
Oh,
now.
poor baby though. She's still a child
Then
herself.
we could
Like,
hear loud, heavy footsteps sprinting out of the room, and then sirens wailing in the distance. Bev shrieked, and we heard a loud thud on the ground below us. Bev had managed to find an old wooden bat.
knock him out,
As the
girl.
man
Come
turned the
on.
corner to go
Come
out
on.
the front door,
Knock him.
Bev swung the bat as hard as she could.
Oh!
Dazed, he got up and tried
like-
chasing her outside,
Yeah.
but the cops had already arrived and tackled the man
You
on
go,
sight.
Bev. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Mom
Girl
came home
power!
immediately
Girl
and took
power.
me, my brother and Bev back to my house. A few years later, she explained that the man was a known sex
A
offender
few years
and had
later?
escaped from prison. In the report, he was said to be carrying a rather large knife in his pocket and had a Saturday night special tucked away in the waist of his pants.
Oh, the face. Next one.
Mini skirt horror story.
sorry,
skirt's alive,
sorry.
it's like-
The skirt's alive.
Like, I wanna come and get you. I wanna get you.
I'm gonna get you over JJ. Oh.
Years ago when I was in the 5th grade.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Home.
It just took me off guard. Dang. I was expecting this girl to be like, "Oh, this isn't millions years ago." God damn, girl, you got a deep voice.
That boy, he has such a he's like,
Okay, sorry. For real. Okay.
From school when we noticed some of the other kids laughing very loudly at something. and running away like they were disgusted. We looked back, and they were laughing at this woman who was walking behind us. We didn't know why because we saw her every day when we were walking home from school. We just never spoke with her, or we never even seen her up close.
Why she got
We
no
moved
eyes?
closer to see what was so funny,
Oh my gosh.
and we definitely noticed what the other kids were making
Ooh, she's
ruckus
wrinkly
about.
and hairy.
This was a man dressed in a miniskirt with high heels on. The other kids
Why
were
is that
throwing
funny?
sticks and rocks
That's
at it,
not
but
funny.
he never responded. He just smiled while he was walking.
That's terrible. Oh, okay, she does have eyes. She just didn't, or
I
he
just
didn't
so
have eyes in
happened to be
the.
watching the news, and I saw the same guy's face on the news. My friend who lives around the corner was getting her mail when she saw the man across the street watching her.
Your friend?
He
You're gonna be
waved
friends
and he
with that
started
jerk?
skipping across the street like a little girl, while loudly asking her, "Do you remember me?" She was one of the
should
kids
I
that
remember
threw
you?
rocks at him. She shut her door as he started running full speed toward her house while wearing a wig, miniskirt,
I mean,
heels, and a woman's tank top.
She's a kid, but
He
still.
started banging on
Karma.
her door until she called the police.
Yep. Karma.
He was caught within minutes. Anything could have happened to us that day with this guy roaming our neighborhood. But luckily, nothing ever happened to any of the kids that I knew.
That was it? That was it? Sorry. So, hold on. All I heard from that story was a bunch of little kids being bratty
Yeah.
and need a spankings or something for being prejudiced and throwing rocks at somebody. That's what I got from that story. Not that the guy was being creepy. I mean, he might have been.
That was just karma.
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing. Sorry.
You should have just said, those little brats were making fun of me.
No, I mean, he definitely should have, like,
Yeah.
you know, handled it as an adult or went to the cops instead of chasing down the kids, but still.
Yeah.
That's just sad.
Yeah. I saw my brother's
Doppelganger.
doppelganger.
Ooh.
First of all, what's a doppelganger?
Doppelganger is like somebody who looks exactly like somebody else.
Oh, okay.
Kind of like a twin, but they're not related to you at all.
Yeah.
You're like, man, this person looks exactly like you.
This story happened when I
That'd be
was 18 years old and a senior in high school. It was an ordinary night. My dad worked the night shift, so we all decided to sleep in my parents' room. I was with my younger brother, who was 15 years old at the time, my younger sister, who was 11 years old, and my mom. My parents' room was a small, purple, square-shaped room, which also had a bathroom. The bathroom's door was across from the bed. My younger brother and I slept on my parents' bed while my mom and my younger sister slept on the floor. Before sleeping, we all had a short conversation, and after that, we went to sleep at 9 p.m.
That's early.
At 2 a.m., I was awakened by a strange sensation. As I opened my eyes, I had my eyes fixed on the bathroom door, which was cracked open.
That's
to my
not cracked.
surprise,
That's
I
open all
noticed
the
a
way.
black figure, which looked exactly like my younger brother. The figure stood there with his arms crossed, watching me. However, his eyes were shut. At that moment, I froze. I couldn't move from the bed, and I was scared that if he opened his eyes, he would have red or bloodshot eyes.
That's
I
when you close
decided
your
to
eyes real
quietly
tight.
turn my head to the other side of the bed to see if it was indeed my brother. My heart sunk to my stomach when I realized that my brother was sleeping right next to me.
Jesus. Oh,
So many thoughts
God.
kept racing through my
You know what I would do? I would just pretend I'm asleep and be like, I'm just sleeping, you know?
Who is this person? Why is he here? How could he
He's
look
cool,
exactly
man. I'm
like
asleep.
my brother? I tried as hard as possible to sleep, and
Oh, no. No. Jesus, no. That's when you start throwing things at him. Start throwing Bible verses at him. No. No. Out of my face. Out of my face. Out of my face.
a few minutes later, after opening and closing my eyes, I was shocked to see that the figure was now standing above me.
How did he fall back
still
asleep?
looking
There's
right into
no
my
way.
eyes with
I'd
his
be like,
eyes shut.
the whole
My
night.
eyes were wide open
How
from
did the
shock.
figure not- how
I
did
felt
that
like I was going to die from a
boy
heart
not
attack.
see him?
When I woke
Oh,
up,
but how-
I headed to
how
the
did
living
he-
room and saw
oh,
my
I
mom.
forgot. He had his
After
eyes
holding it
closed.
He had
inside
his
for a
eyes
bit,
closed.
I gave up and
At
told
least
my
he had
mom
his
about
eyes
the
closed
incident.
and like wasn't like.
I almost froze when she
creepy and
said she saw
everything.
the same exact figure and witnessed what happened. It was terrifying. We both saw the same black figure that looked
The
exactly
mom
like
saw?
my brother. It was as if he was my brother's
Dang,
twin.
Ma, you saw and didn't do
We lived in that
nothing.
house for few more years until we finally moved out. After the move, we told my dad about this story because he doesn't like hearing creepy stories, so we kept it a secret until we moved. He surprised us by saying that we were not alone.
Oh,
He saw some strange things in that house as well.
Man, y'all a family of liars. This family ain't got no trust in any of them. Mom didn't tell brother she saw it, and she didn't even help her
Brother
kids.
didn't tell.
And they both kept a secret from dad for 2 years. Jeez.
And dad didn't tell them.
And dad didn't tell them either.
But the bro.
They need to go on Dr. Phil. They need some counseling. Y'all need to be open with each other
But
about
the
your
bro was like-
extraterrestrial
The
events.
bro was like a normal, like, I see nothing.
I see nothing.
True
hide and seek.
in the
Cemetery.
I was in my early teenage years during this time. My family and I went on vacation in a village which had a forest rumored to be haunted.
Wait. Hold on. They had a house, a vacation house, with a forest that was rumored to be haunted. And, like, y'all still to vacation there? Y'all still thought it'd be a great idea.
Now that's just stupidity.
Come on, Johnny, let's get this house. It's just a little bit haunted, but that's fine.
Let's go, Johnny. And he's like, Ginger.
Ginger, why is her name Ginger?
Ginger, why?
Ginger!
There was a cemetery in the forest. We weren't actually supposed to go to that forest, but my cousins thought it would be fun to play hide and seek at night.
Not outside.
We were given some rules.
I'm taking my
We
phone.
weren't allowed to take our phones or flashlights with us. As planned, we all met in front of our farmhouse at midnight. Me and my younger sister, who was 7 years old at that time, were the youngest out of everyone.
He was 22.
He's 22?
Yeah.
Hold on. He was 22 and he's advising a 6-year-old and her brother to go hide in the forest that's potentially haunted by itself. I question this 22-year-old. I question you, bro. I question your sanity.
Yeah.
Nick brought us ramen noodles.
So my older cousin decided to help us hide, and he wanted to make sure we didn't get lost. After we chose who was going to be the seeker,
Oh
we
my
parted
gosh.
ways, trying to find the best hiding spot. My older cousin just wanted to win, so he took us to the cemetery. He said, "She'll obviously be too afraid
Because
to enter
you
the
shouldn't
cemetery.
enter the cemetery
I think
by
this will
yourself,
be a best
bruh."
hiding spot for us." Although my younger sister kept telling us not to go there, we shut her
Poor
off, telling
baby.
her she was just
Should've
a
listened
kid
to her.
and would make us get caught.
Huh? What, isn't
To
that what
this
I
day,
just said?
we wish we would have listened to her.
Should have listened to her.
It was
Now
getting
you're traumatized
darker.
for life.
It was almost 2 a.m. Then all of a sudden, the cemetery lights went out. My sister's hand tightened around my hand. My cousin was obviously scared too. We could only hear the sound of wind and stray dogs barking at the backside of the cemetery. But then, we heard digging noises. I still remember that horrifying sound. At a distance, we could see an old man with ruffled
What?
hair and dirty clothes, digging a grave with his bare hands.
Look, I
He was
legitimately have
making
goosebumps
hissing
now.
noises while he dug. All of us stood there frozen.
I have one or two.
We
you
didn't know if we should scream or run away. My cousin held our hands and started to slowly lead us to the entrance, trying not to make any
You
noise.
think?
He whispered, "We have to get out of here."
Don't cry, don't cry.
My sister was almost on the verge of crying.
Oh my
But to ruin
gosh.
everything, I stepped on a broken branch, making a loud noise. The stranger shot up his head toward our direction, and his lips curved in a creepy smile. "Run!" my cousin yelled, quickly
Oh my
picking
gosh,
up my
he's got, like,
sister and running
gums
away
now,
as
no
I
teeth.
followed closely behind them. Thankfully, the man was weak and couldn't run any faster. He stopped at the middle of the cemetery staring at us with his hazel eyes. A few days later, we found out that the man had been caught by the police.
Wait.
He was a criminal who dug up dead bodies, stored drugs in them, and sent them off to other nations to sell drugs. He was caught once, but successfully.
Wait, sorry. I did not mean to spit in your face. I just spit. What's this, potatoes? He put potatoes in the ground. Like he was there hissing to put potatoes in there?
just I thought I was just joking. He stole.
You were just joking?
Yeah, I was just joking.
It's not really potatoes.
No.
Bailey! Are you serious? I thought it was potato. It looked like potatoes. It looks like potatoes.
Escaped. If he wasn't so old and weak, I'm afraid that we might have ended up being a couple of dead bodies too.
You would have been his next potatoes. Y'all got so lucky that he was out of breath. I was like, so I think I decided for our last one, let's do some jump scares. And we have headphones in, that sucks.
Okay.
Bailey.
Let's just
Bailey,
enjoy
you
this
gonna
ramen.
hold my hand if I have nightmares?
Let's just enjoy our ramen. Came on. Let's just enjoy our ramen. Yeah.
Number 1.
I'm gonna put it out.
Caution, not for the faint of heart video. Okay, so we're driving. We're driving. Oh, there's a figure. Look, I'm shaking. That one got me. Damn it.
That didn't, Mom.
She's so brave. Okay. My gosh, that's a big snake. He's so cute, though.
I mean, yeah, he's cute. Totally.
Sound like you said, "Ha, Tiffany." Except you didn't get me.
Oh my
bro.
gosh, oh my gosh, she actually bit him. I can't believe it.
He bit you. Look at his face. Oh my gosh, so sweet. That's that baby ghost. that was a baby ghost. Oh my gosh. Listen carefully. This is actual audio from. Oh my gosh. If you scream in my ear, I'm holding it right here. I'm holding it right here. I don't want any screaming in my ear.
And you're looking at the doors, and you can see the locks on the doors. Miko, privacy was key in this room, obviously.
Yeah, he left his privacy when the
Oh
doors
my
were open.
gosh.
I don't want to look. I don't want to look.
He had his privacy.
This is one of the bathrooms.
Did you see that shadow?
I did. Oh my.
Oh my gosh. That's just.
They're trying to. Are you okay? Are you okay, Bailey? Breathe, Bailey, breathe! Breathe, Bailey, breathe! Okay, that one was good. That one was good.
Did you get scared?
No, you know why? Because I was kind of cheating and I was like, I can't watch. I can't watch.
No, I'm gonna
Oh, it's just a small tribute to a man who never stopped thrilling us. We'll miss you, MJ. That was really sweet. We will miss you. And I'm sure he would have loved watching us get scared. Whew, that was a good one. That was great, Bailey. Number 6. Don't cheat. Oh gosh. Lizards? What are
Yeah, I'm
those?
gonna get ready.
Oh, squirrels.
They're not
I
running
don't
away.
want to watch. What? It's a squirrel, bruh. Oh my god, he's so cute. He got your number.
Got your number.
All right, number 7. Aw, this is such a pretty countryside.
Yeah, but Mom,
Da-da-da.
it's gonna turn into some everybody dying.
It better not. I'm so afraid of these things now. Like, what is it gonna turn into? Oh my
Mom, I
gosh.
was
Bailey, 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 Bailey. Oh god. What? No, there's some. Oh god. That was a good one. Oh, Grandpa, don't. Baby, don't. Oh, honey, what you doing? just gonna explode in your face.
Yeah, that's really bad.
Oh!
Missed the top.
Karma!
Karma!
Karma.
Instant replay. Oof, look at that. Look at that trajectory. That was great. Oh, that was the end. That was the end of it. Man, that was so much fun. Oh my god, that was awesome. Me getting scared.
2 times.
But that last one scared us both, though. Whoa, that was good.
Yes.
That was good. Gets us in the Halloween spirit.
Yeah.
Ooh, I'm so like ready to go watch a scary movie now. Ooh, I loved this. Alright guys, so that's it. We hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was really fun to do. I did not think I was actually going to get as scared as much as I did at the reaction videos. But I did. And I spit in Bailey's ramen. And I'm so sorry.
And I had to throw it away, yeah.
Thank you to everyone who suggested this. It was so much fun. And I hope you guys are enjoying Teeny Ween. And a little bit of a different Teeny Ween video. See, it's not always makeup. Sometimes it's reacting to weird, creepy stories. And weird, creepy Bailey and Mommy. Look at the camera. As always, give this video a
Thumbs up.
That's right. A thumbs up. Let us know that you like it.
Smash on the like button.
And smash that subscribe button
smash
to
it.
become an official Teeny family member.
Yep.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Do something that makes y'all smile today.
Yep.
You guys stay wonderful and have a
Gorgeous
gorgeous day.
day.
Bye, guys.
Bye.